A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Hello! I thought I would bring you guys along to a day in packing orders after a shop update, and just how I pack orders for my shop in general. So to start off with, I use Squarespace for my website, which is really essential to me, honestly. It helps streamline the whole packing process because I can connect it to ShipStation, which is the shipping service that I use. So the first thing that I have to do today, I will show you guys. So I tried to angle it so you can't see people's names, but essentially what I'm doing right now is I sent emails to all these people with these little caution thingies, and it basically says like address verification failed. And it's not always accurate, but I do always send out an email just to avoid lost packages or returned packages. So I sent out an email and I got a couple emails back, so I'm going to go ahead and go in and update manually these addresses because, you know, sometimes it's a system, sometimes people leave out a part of their address, but I'm going to take care of it now. Okay, so next, what I do is I create batches. I accidentally already paid for one, so it's gone, but what I do is I create batches based on what shipping the people choose. So I will separate sticker mail from international tracked mail from US tracked mail, so that way it's all organized, and if it's tracked mail, I can pay for it all at once. But yeah, and then I pay for it and I get this lovely PDF with everyone's labels and items. All right, I'm going to show you guys how I pack ceramics because the first order that I was about to pack has a ceramic in it. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do that. So first I look at the packing list of all the stuff they ordered, and I plop it all down here. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so if they get a lot of small stuff, I like to put it in one of these little bags. And now I'm going to focus on the actual ceramics. So I use two things to pack ceramics, and I watched a lot of YouTube videos. The method that I use, I'll just show you guys the method that I use. So this ceramic is pretty small, so I'm going to use an 8x8 box. And I'm going to start by folding the bottom. So I like to make sure the bottom is nice and secure. And I'm going to start by putting the flattest item, the print, on the bottom. And then putting everything there at the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is I have this giant bag of biodegradable peanuts, and just gonna fill the bottom. And basically the method that I use is trying to get the ceramic to be floating and not move in the package. So I'm gonna see about how much I need on the bottom, so that's good. And then what I do is I use this craft cushioning paper. And as you can see, when you pull it, it kind of extends out. And it's a nice eco-friendly cushioning for the actual ceramic. So I'm gonna fold it in on the ceramic, roll it up, that's good. Okay, so yeah, I like to be safe rather than sorry. I'm super paranoid about ceramics breaking on the way, so I like to wrap it around 2 or 3 times, and then I do a very crude taping. And now we have a nice thick protective layer around the ceramic. This one specifically I'm gonna put in sideways, and then I'm just gonna fill the box up with packing clearance. And then I finish off with a little thank you card on top. And yeah, you don't wanna like overfill it, but you wanna make sure that there's enough so that when the box is being moved around, the ceramic doesn't move. So now she's all ready to be closed up. Yep, I can see that the ceramic is not moving, and now I get to put the label on. So I'm gonna put the label. And then, because this is a ceramic, I am going to print out a I am fragile. So I'm gonna put this on the box so that the mail service knows that this is a fragile item. And that is it. This order is packed up. Thank you to Mackenzie for making this order. I hope you love your ceramic bowl. But yeah, that's how I pack ceramic goods, and basically how I pack all things. Like when you guys saw me pack the previous items, like the ones that weren't ceramics in here, but I will pack another order without a ceramic for you guys just so you can see how it is with like a mailer. Okay, last example. Now what I'm going to show you guys is what I do when someone orders a print, but also a bulky item like a washi tape. So I found these little cardboard pieces on Amazon, and I got 2 sizes, small ones and big ones. So what I do essentially is I put the flat items behind it, and then I'm going to package these up. As I normally would. And so then what I do is I slide in the flat stuff. And then I'm gonna put the bulky stuff on the other side of the piece of cardboard, and that's basically gonna protect the print from being warped from the bulky stuff. And that's it. Where is the sun? I want the sun, please. It's been so cold and gloomy and gray. Oh man, it's still zoomed in. No. Okay. Hello. Another day, another orders to pack. I'm watching Megan. And packing orders, like I said, it's Wednesday today. I'm hoping to hopefully be done with packing orders Friday morning. I hope so, because I still have Patreon rewards to pack. But yeah, it's going well. I have my stash. I have an IKEA bag and a stash right there. I haven't filmed much today because it's just boring packing like yesterday. But I have been on an art supply kick. So I went and bought these little fountain nibs from Kinokuniya because I used to use these a lot in school. It's just the ones that I had, like the nibs, were like completely rusted and gross, so no longer usable. So I bought this little kit because it comes with like the cutest little box to store the nibs. But this is very similar to what I used in school, so I wanted to use those. And I also picked up two inks, two Noodler's inks. This one is North African Violet. It's like a deep purple. You can't see it though, but I picked up this ink, and then I picked up another Noodler's ink, and this one is Summer Tanager, I think. It might be a bird, but these bottles are just so beautiful. I had to get some. But yeah, I got these guys, and literally the whole time that I've been packing, I just keep thinking about how much freaking art I want to make and how much I want to sketch and how much I want to be creative, but I can't because I have so much business stuff to take care of, which is awesome. Like, thank you for making orders, but I am itching with inspiration and creativity and joy and refreshment. So yeah, random rant and check-in.
Areia fina, vejo no mar uma menina, doce Bahia. Vejo dominó na esquina e banguelo sorrindo de alegria, doce Bahia.
Hi, hello. I know this vlog has been like super chatty, but I thought I would hop on and talk a little bit about my ceramic time at the studio this week. As you saw, I had quite a few pieces that I needed to trim. I had thrown those about 3 weeks ago now because I got super busy with the shop update and I just haven't been to the studio, but I'm finally back, and I was kind of hoping that they would have thrown out anything that was waiting for me, but they didn't because they're very kind. But I came into the studio really not in the mood. I felt really tired after an entire week of packing. Oh, I sounded so Midwestern when I said that, packing. Um, I was super burnt out, and I was like, I just want to play with some clay. I don't feel like, doing anything too perfect. And then turned out I had like 6 pieces I needed to trim. And surprise, I ended up trashing all of them. I completely ruined 2 of them. And I think the other like 3 I just ended up trashing because I was like, I don't want to sit at this wheel anymore. I just want to make something fun. And I did. I made a really cute star-shaped paint palette because I've been looking for like uniquely shaped palettes, and for some reason I forgot that I make ceramic stuff, and I was like, hey, I can just make one myself, one that I want. And I did, and I loved it, and I can't wait to see what it looks like bisque fired and then glazed. And then after that, I just decided to do some pinch work. I was going to try to do a pinch cup because for some reason it's absolutely impossible for me to create pinch ceramics, but ended up getting way too big. So I was like, okay, this is going to be maybe a little vase. And then I was like, oh, this is going to be a self-portrait. So you'll see me later on adding like the ears and stuff, and I'm excited to glaze this guy and get my face on here, but yeah, and then like my funny concentration face. But yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about how I felt this day towards the end of the video. I have a long discussion about being selfish with your art, and that's definitely how I was feeling right now. I was just like, I want to make ceramics for myself. Probably not going to sell these, and I don't care if I don't. I'm just going to do it because it's fun. So I am packing Patreon rewards today because I finally finished packing store stuff, and because it's a packing video, I wanted to show you guys how I do it. But essentially I have envelopes that I buy, and I get to print out all the addresses on the shipping labels, and then I cut them and put them onto here. And I buy stamps, international and US stamps, because I ship to both. And I basically separate them all out into categories to know exactly what rewards they get. So like, for example, this one says all, so they get all the rewards. So right now I'm doing only people that get sticker sheets and stickers, so I don't get mixed up. But essentially that's all I do. It's very easy and very fast. The only thing that I have to do on Patreon is go to patrons and then export all the patrons into a CSV spreadsheet, and that's how I get to print these out, and that's basically it. And now I get to pack a ton of envelopes for my lovely, lovely, wonderful patrons. So a really fun part of being specifically a dog mom is preparing all these little enrichment toys for Ollie, because I don't know, it's just fun, and sometimes he gets a little bit of separation anxiety, so I like to prepare these for him, and it gives him something to do in his crate. But I really love the ritual of this. I don't know why. I feel like I'm cooking for my son or something. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like this is an aspect of my life that I don't talk about that much. Or maybe don't get the chance to talk about that much. But yeah, I really like making these guys. I just bought a huge Kong, and Salem always tries to be a thief when I'm making these. But I just bought a huge Kong. So, huge for Ollie to entertain himself, because, you know, right now I still live alone. So, sometimes if I have to go out for a long time, I want to, like I said, give him one of these. And it helps with his nervousness of being far apart, and it tires him out mentally. He gets a yummy snack. So he's watching me prepare these Kongs, and he's literally waiting at his crate because he's like, is that what's gonna get me my Kong? But no, he's not getting it right now.
They were so fun. It was a great way to loosen up. I was really getting into doing landscapes. Also, these drawings here of the people, when I went onto Instagram, I just searched the hashtag
Oh, I think the little baby's gonna get on top of the... everyone. I thought I would check in with you guys before the sun goes down. It's golden hour right now, but I just finished this piece. I can't believe I finished it. It only took me like an hour and a half, I think. I mean, it's very small, but I finished it and I am so proud of it. Like, it's not the best piece I've ever made. It's not the most technical. It's not the most accurate to real life, but I feel so insanely proud of it because I faced a fear of mine, which was portraiture in general, in every sense, especially painting people. That has been a big fear of mine since like 3 years ago, the last time that I painted someone. And I always have ideas to paint people or myself, and I never do it because, again, I'm scared. But I did it, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. And it gave me like a newfound confidence in my art. And I think this week it was a week of like a lot of enlightenment when it comes to my art, being an artist, etc. And I wanted to share it with you guys. And essentially first with this piece was like each piece can be used as a stepping stool, and with each one it's kind of like you learned something, and then you can take that and do better next time. Like with this piece, I noticed I needed more contrast in my face. The proportions were a little bit off, so just better at observing. I think I made the contrast in the hair a little bit too high. So instead of looking at those things and being like, I hate it, and now I don't want to look at this piece, I see them and I look at the piece lovingly, and I'm like, thank you for the experience that I got through making this, and thank you for giving me some pieces of wisdom through this. And again, now I can look at it lovingly, and now I can look at all my pieces lovingly, and that's kind of something that I came to a conclusion on after doing this, and I guess it's because it scared me so much. And another thing that happened was when I was at the ceramic studio a few days ago, I came back to a bunch of wonky pottery I had thrown on a wheel like 3 weeks ago, and I really wasn't feeling it, but I was like, I have to trim it because it's just gonna keep drying. So I tried trimming it, and I ended up trashing all the pieces. I was getting really frustrated. I wasn't feeling it. And I decided to just do hand building because I haven't done hand building since I got my art degree. So I decided that like I am going to make stuff that I like, that I want, because I deserve it. I haven't made stuff for myself. Let me focus the camera. I don't know why it's out of focus. I haven't made stuff for myself in so incredibly long, and I didn't realize that. And throughout the years, I've just been like, I don't like the art that I used to make when I was a lot younger, but I miss the feeling that it used to give me and how connected I felt to it. And I didn't know why I didn't feel that way anymore. And it was because I stopped making art for myself. When I first started, I was just making art for myself. There was nobody looking at my art. There was nobody judging it, buying it, etc. It was just me making art that I liked and sharing with the world. And I want to do that again. I don't know, with the years, I've kind of lost that with work and stuff, but I want to center myself back towards that because that's how I'm going to create art that's very connected to me and create art that is better for you guys as well. I don't know. I feel really full and joyful and grateful. So yeah, I thought I would share that with you guys. If you're going through something similar, then maybe it helps you out. But be selfish with your art. Make stuff for yourself. Make stuff that you like. And face your biggest art fears because they might actually not be that bad. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. This was a little bit of a vlog / packing information because I get a lot of questions about how I pack, and I know when I started I had a lot of questions about how to pack stuff, so I hope it was helpful and enjoyable, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Before closing today's video, I wanted to thank the sponsor, which is Squarespace. If you don't know what Squarespace is, it essentially gives people a powerful and beautiful online platform from which they can create their website for anything they need. Squarespace has a lot of tools that you can use for whatever you need on your website, stuff like gated members only content, creating a community with powerful blogging tools like comment threads, and displaying your social media on your website. So if you want to direct people from your website to your Instagram, your YouTube, whatever, you can do that on Squarespace as well. So if you are interested in Squarespace, you can go to squarespace.com and get a free trial, and you can use my code for 10% off your first purchase.